I want to hear a little bit about your trip to Cardiff before we go. How was it?
Mate, it was amazing. It was so incredible. Like I had the best time. I enjoyed that pay-per-view so much. That crowd just honestly made it. Everybody who was there was just so hyped for it.
Uh-huh.
It felt so special. We ended up with third row seats.
Which
Like
was
what?
wild, right? When Kenny called and told me that you guys were
Yes,
getting upgraded, I was like, that's so cool. I'm
I
so
know.
jealous.
One, I was actually mad. Like Finn Balor's mum and dad sitting right in front of us. We're like, oh, this is
It's
crazy.
like, what
Drew's
is life, right?
family just over there. It was man. Charlotte Church was sitting in front
Really?
of Kenny. Yeah, she came over. We were like, that's bloody Charlotte
That's
Church.
amazing.
I know. It was so bizarre, so bizarre. We were just like, we should not be here. And yeah, it was crazy. I had the best time. I clearly overdid it. Um, I met some people that I should have
Because I saw you did
maybe
put it on Twitter, so like
I
people
did put
know
it on
that you
Twitter.
met Kevin
Yeah.
Dunn.
Yeah, God, I wish somebody had told me before.
Because you didn't realize that it was him when you were talking
I
to him,
have.
right?
Look, to be fair, I could have been talking to like literally anyone. I think it started because I got a pint, and then I was standing at the bar just myself,
Uh-huh.
while I was getting this, and then he turned around to me and he was like, "That's a good pint," and I was like, "I know."
It's like, that's why I got
I
it.
ordered it. And then exactly. And I was like, oh, but I can't even remember what he was drinking, but he wasn't drinking pints. And I was like, you're not a pint man yourself. And then we're chatting away and the accent kind of like, I mean, I didn't even recognize his face at all. And everyone was like, oh, did you not recognize his teeth? And I was like, no. I was
But
like,
if you're not thinking about it, because you don't think
no,
that you're just gonna like run into him at the bar or
this is
whatever.
it. And it was like a pure old man's pub. It wasn't like anywhere
Yeah.
fancy. And yeah, I basically was just like chatting away to him. I was like, oh, you gotta take it, you're with all this mob. That's what I said.
Uh-huh.
I was like that, oh, I'm right into the wrestling, I'll be there tomorrow. And he was like, oh, are you? And then of course I had to do the whole I work for ICW and all this thing, and I do this, and I went, my pals, come and meet my pals. At this point, Ollie appears and his face is just like,
Because he realizes.
yeah. So that way he's just kind of like, oh my God, oh my God. Like, and you know, that way you could just tell somebody's like, get out of this situation right now. And I
Uh-huh.
was like, no, I'm having a great time. And I was like, oh, meet my pal Kevin, and the other guy whose name I couldn't even remember. So I was
Uh-huh.
just like, this is Kevin, and like that kind of weird awkward pause where I'm like, please say your name. And then I couldn't remember what he said he did, because he did tell me.
Oh
And
yeah.
I went, oh, they do logistics for doing. And Ollie was just like, ah,
Like
Jay. And then his
the
pal,
executive producer, uh-huh.
yeah, he was like that. Yeah, well, he kind of like runs the show and stuff. And I was like, oh, don't we all? And then I end up going and sitting with him and his pals. And it's like, I can't even remember who was there now, but all he did tell me. And it's like big producers. It's the guy who pretty much
Uh-huh.
ran TNA with Dixie Carter.
John
Can't even,
Gaborick was there, wasn't he?
yes,
Like,
yes, yes,
yeah.
yes. So, and they're all sitting there. And you know that way, it's just this group of old men just laughing. You know, because I'm like, I loved TNA. Like, all this. And then he took my number, and mate, do you know what? I scrolled through my call list today because I had to phone somebody when I was at work.
Uh-huh.
I have Kevin Dunn's phone. He phoned me.
Did he?
Phoned me. And I've got his phone number. And I was like, do I text him? What do I do with this information?
It's like, this is information I never thought I'd have in my life. Like,
no,
that's just wild.
it's mad. I've actually got Kevin Dunn's phone number. So I'm kind of like, what the hell? Because he was like that to me. He was like, come and see the trucks. Come and see the trucks tomorrow. And I was like, I'm not working, mate. And I was like, I'm for the show. I actually said that. I was like, I'm not going to be working, mate. And I was like, I'm there for the show. And he went, yeah, but you could see it. And I was like, nah.
Too funny. Too funny.
Only me.
Only
So,
you.
but everyone got to meet him because I decided to be like, everyone, this is Kim.
Big Kev, you know, my pal.
This is it. Exactly. And then, oh God, it was madness. But typical Jen Louise life. Like I just fall into these situations and
You really do. Like,
manage them disgracefully. So, got a lot of stories though.
but like, I mean, what would life be without it, right?
Exactly.
It would not be nearly as fun.
Vince McMahon's best pal and me having a pint.
You know, just like you do in on a day out in Cardiff.